Alrighty. How you all doing? Why did I say it like that? I'm just, putting out the tweet, and then we should be good. I keep forgetting how to spell this character's name. Xianyun, or Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna have to look it up, aren't I? Xianyun. Okay, yeah, I got it right. And then I'm probably, like, mispronouncing it, too. Okay. Tweet is out, and we should be good to go. Alright. How's it going? So let's get this party started. So today is going to be a Genshin stream. I think it's just going to be this week, then next week. Then I might do something else for a bit. And then I think Zenless Zone 0 is coming out first week of July. So I'm planning to play that. And then we'll see if I stick with it. So, this week has been a week. So I think I posted a YouTube short version of the skit that I did a while ago, and it actually got more views than the YouTube video. So that's fun. That's interesting. So, yeah. I guess I have to, like, for future videos, I should probably, like, shoot it in a way that I can also convert it into a short or something. I don't know. Like, I have a wide-angle lens now, so it's probably going to be fine for that as well. But yeah, basically that short that I uploaded was just to, like, test out the formatting, see what needed to be changed for next time. And yeah, I edited the Anime North vlog that I kept talking about, but honestly, like, the sound quality on that wasn't great. So I didn't post it publicly, I just posted, like, unlisted for friends and stuff. But yeah, that's been my week. I'm planning to record a new video on Monday. Hopefully I'm not, like, too busy. But I have a new idea for a video, and it's, like, fairly short, fairly simple. Simpler than the last video, so hopefully it should be good. I just need to upload a video for once, like, it's been months. But let's get this started. Set that. I'll try. I haven't even launched the game yet. One sec. Hopefully you're not tired of that transition sound. I don't know if it's just the monitor quality or whatever, but, like, for some reason on that screen I look really red. Alright. So yeah, today there's a event that I need to do, which I haven't even started. And it expires, like, tomorrow, and it's pretty important. It gives you, like, I think it gives you a crown and a limited time weapon, so I have to make sure to do that. And then we're just gonna do Cloud Retainer's quest, which means I have to switch this to English first thing. Yeah, next week we just have Chiori. Let me go to quests. Looks good. Just check if I'm, like, in frame and stuff. Yeah, it should be fine. So I could just stay here, to be honest. Yeah, so these are, like, the only 2 story quests I have left. I have a ton of hangout quests. And I could totally do some of those. But I don't know. I don't know if anything is coming out for Genshin in the next couple weeks. I don't think they would. Uh, 9 days until the next banner, and then it's probably just gonna be a rerun banner. Oh hey, I hit 500 summons. Saved up. Hello, Atomy12. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We just started here, so you're right on time. I was just talking about how I have like 503 summons saved up. I'm doing great. That's good to hear. I'm doing well too. It's been a bit of a busy week, so hopefully this is just a chill stream, get to unwind and stuff. You have 2 summons. I mean, like, I kind of just got to a point where I was just content with the characters I have. And, like, I don't do, like, Spiral Abyss or anything. So it's like, you know, it's fine, right? Did you get Chlorine? No, I didn't. Like, I think the character's cool and she looks cool. But, in terms of, like, the gameplay, like, I feel like I'm good for Electric. Like, I have Yaimiko, and she's, like, super strong and all that. So, like, I never really struggle for Electric. Oh, shoot. Like, I was really considering getting the Cloud Retainer character, but, like, honestly, I care a lot about, like, if a character is just kind of fun to play. What am I doing? So right now I'm just gonna do the event first, just because it's, expiring tomorrow and I haven't even started. Yeah. Who's your favorite character, Atomy12? Because for me, it's Dea and Candace. Like, I've said that a ton of times when people ask. Cloud Retainer is fun to play, her gameplay is fun. Yeah, it's just, I think she's mainly, like, more of a, like, support character. Like, I think the main thing that put me off was that, I already have Xiao, and the way Xiao is that, like, you kind of just charge up his ult, his burst, and then you just do plunging attacks repeatedly. And I kind of just never used Xiao because, like, I got kind of tired of that. So then, when Cloud Retainer came out, and it's like, oh yeah, you use her ult, and then you do plunge attacks again. I'm just kind of like, I've seen this before, haven't I? So, I don't know, it kind of put me off a bit. Cause like, I got Xiao by accident. And like, I even got like his signature weapon as well. And then like, I just never really used him. You don't really have a favorite character? Well, that's cool. You can like have a lot of variety that way. So they're talking about playing a war game. I completely skipped some of the dialogue. I just autopiloted. But I'm mainly just here for like the limited time weapon and all that. So I'm not sure. You like Nahida a lot? That's cool. Yeah. I don't have any of the Archons. All these summons that I'm saving up, I keep saying that I'm just gonna use them when Pyro Archon comes out. Because in past MiHoYo or Hoyoverse games, like I always play, or I always like the Himiko equivalent character the best. Like they kind of recycle characters over their games. So like Mei was recycled as A in this game and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm waiting for Pyro Archon too. I'm actually like I'm planning to just do a stream like once she comes out. Like probably just a short stream and just like blow like 500 summons or how much I have saved up. Probably 600 by that point. Okay, let's do an assault scenario. Honestly, I probably skipped. You'll watch. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. because it's literally just like I've been saving. I haven't summoned for. I think the last time I summoned was when I failed. What did I hit? Sorry, I'm bad at multitasking. The last time I summoned was when I failed the 50-50 for Furina, and I got Diluc instead. So now I'm like 30 summons away from a guarantee anyways. And the last time I blew all my summons was like back when Baizu came out. And I got Ganyu as well, just because I was trying to get Candace constellations. Is this like the tower defense scenario? Oh, it's like a board game with pieces. Let's see. Probably don't want that guy. Oh, we can use all of them. I didn't count that correctly. Select a skill. Got it. But yeah, it's been a while. You never lose any of your 50-50s. I wish that were me. For me, weapons are the worst, for sure. Okay. Okay, let's do this guy. Oh, so they made... So this is a lot like the tower defense they had before. Okay. Okay, I can only place it here then. Just trying to figure out if there's like a limit to it. You pull a bow weapon, which you never use. When I started the game, like back when it came out, I was doing a lot of the standard banner, and I was really heartbroken when I got a weapon as my first 5-star, which was the bow, that one, Skyward Harp. So I got that first. Okay, I claimed this tower. And I was like, well, I didn't even have a bow character at the time. But then, like, the first 5-star character I pulled was Child, or Tartaglia. So I immediately had, like, a use for it, I guess. I can't summon it there. Okay, so this is a lot like the tower defense event that there used to be. Not bad. Let's see how the coffee turned out today. It's okay. I'm trying to cut down on sugar, so I like reduce the amount of sugar there. Do I have to do both attack and defense? It's gonna be annoying if I do. And there's quite a lot. Coffee at night. Hey, it's how I'm streaming. I have to stay awake somehow. Coffee really helped out. I'm just gonna go with what it recommended. Coffee really helped out, because like at first I was like, oh man, if I have coffee this late, I'm just gonna crash. You know, I'm gonna be like dead during the stream. But then I tried it and I'm like, huh, it's actually easier to stream, because I could just like stay awake. And like it kind of does make me a bit more energetic. So like streams have turned better. Pyro Tornado or Wind Tornado? I'll stick with this one. Yeah, it does help. That's for sure. Well, there are only units from a single faction nearby. The stronghold flag will be captured. Oh, we already know this, right? So I have a limit of 6, but I don't have any, like, resource I use, do I? So, like, what's stopping me from just... what's stopping me from just putting them out as soon as I get them? Oh, I can place okay, yeah, this definitely is like the... Do you play other games like Honkai Star Rail? I played Honkai Star Rail, and I think I finished the first area. Like the first like real boss, and then I got to the second area, which is like the more Chinese Chinese inspired place. And then I think that's where I kind of dropped the game, kind of just because it was a bit hard to play both games at the same time. I could just put this down, right? Oh, no, wait. So how does this... I mean, I'll just stick with what I'm doing, it's working. But yeah, in Honkai Star Rail I was really lucky because I got Himiko like right off the bat, and that was the character that I really wanted. Because Himiko was my favorite character in Honkai Impact. Because I played that game first, before Genshin. Like a long time ago, like back when Honkai Impact was like a new game. And Himiko was like my favorite character in that game. And then, spoilers, but not really. Himiko gets killed off in Honkai Impact. Fairly early on, so it's not really much of a spoiler. It's kind of like where the game actually begins. For real. And I was heartbroken because that was my favorite character. And that meant that they were not going to make any more Himiko battlesuits. Because if you look at my Honkai Impact game, it's literally just like 6 Himiko battlesuits, like max level, max like SSS rank, like all the duplicates, everything. And I'm like, the game's done for me. They killed off my favorite character. And I just didn't care for any other character. So when Honkai Star Rail came out and like she was back, I was like pretty happy, and I got her. Yeah. That's sad. It sure is sad. Because it kind of killed the game for me. So what do these icons really mean? Oh, they have... Oh. They have type advantages? Okay, so most of them are the explosion icon, which apparently these purple ones help with. They have one that's a tower, that one's not in the triangle. And... Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm just tackling all of these the same way. I just picked the ones on the top row. Let's see. Yeah. And then for this one, I'll use billowing waves. I mean, some of them are water type, so I'll just use fire. Yeah, I booted up Honkai Star Rail, like, sort of recently. Just to see, like, what new characters they added, and... I mean, there's some cool ones, but... Oh shoot, we have a lot of towers. But there wasn't anyone who, like, really caught my attention, like, oh man, I gotta have that character. So, look, I guess I just haven't had a reason to go back. This tower is dying. How do I stop that? Oh, true, I have the skill that I don't use. Yeah, I think I killed that. Did we claim this? Yeah, okay. I don't think you can stop the health drop. Yeah, I was just wondering if I could, like, put any, like, shield or anything, but I don't think I can. As far as I can see so far, this mode is fairly simple. Also, the skill has a huge cooldown. I probably should have started this event a lot earlier, but I was busy. Okay, so the skill doesn't seem to affect the tower. You know, this coffee's good. Good coffee. Alright, let's keep it going. So when I play Genshin, I don't get you don't use the events much. Yeah, it's just like usually I don't know, like I'm kind of just like on good coffee. Yeah, it is. I'm starting to use like dark roast beans, and I think I prefer them. But yeah, with the events, like I'm mainly just here for like the primo gems and if they have like limited weapons, basically, because like I don't really need crowns because I have like dozens of crowns at this point because I just never pull characters and I've already like maxed out the ones I like. So I'm really just here for the gems and the weapon. Are we good? Is this one good? You know what, YOLO. This doesn't seem to be too difficult so far. Yeah. I mean, the events, like, honestly, like, just doing daily commissions and stuff, like, you can get it done in, like, 10 minutes. It's very, easy to do. So, like, it's usually the events that kind of make the daily grind more, so I can understand, like, not wanting to do them. Good luck. I hope you're not implying that this one is difficult. And I should have, like, picked my skills better. Okay, this is where I use my skill. Oh no, what is this guy doing? That did no damage. I think it's more of an AoE damage over time thing. So next week I'm also planning to play Genshin. Probably do like the Chiori story quest. I'm kind of struggling here, I'm not advancing at all. And then I'm not sure about the week after that, unless something new comes out in Genshin. I might just play another game for that week. I don't think I can really attack the tower. But then, like, when Zenless Zone Zero comes out, I think that's like first week of July, then I'll play it. So I wanted to play that on stream. Did I do any Archon quests? They're very good. Yeah, I've been keeping up to date with the Archon quests. Like, ever since Sumeru, it's been very interesting. I think Inazuma was kind of lacking. But after that, it's been fairly good. Although I do feel that, like, the Fontaine Archon quest and the Sumeru Archon quest are kind of, like, similar overall. Just kind of like the old Archon passing it to the new Archon kind of theme. I should put more thought into my choices here. Ooh, I can summon a Ruin Guard. And for some reason he has a less of a cooldown than the others. Cannot target flying. They do have flying, guys. My favorite characters are Dea and Candace. And I kind of just use them together just as a, like, Dea applies fire, and then I use Candace as like a vaporized nuke. And honestly, it's been doing fine so far. I just kind of like their designs, their themes, the characters themselves. You have C2 Candace. Yeah. The reason I summoned on that Baizu and Ganyu banner was to get Candace to C6. Because I wanted to play around with her, like, C6 skill. We tried this, and... let's see, it's mostly the purple, the green... So I have those, green... We'll use one more yellow. Let's just go with this. And then, let's go with fire. I should fight boss later on. Like the weekly bosses? Yeah. I think the last weekly boss to come out was still Arlecchino. I actually haven't been doing like weekly bosses for quite a while. Just because I haven't been pulling for new characters. I didn't even realize I picked this guy to summon. I just got a mecha team here. Yeah, I could fight some weekly bosses if I still have some time at the end. Because I'm not sure how long the story quest is going to be. The character story quest. Because when I did Clorin's, that was like 3 hours almost. I'm gonna turn the fan on. That was much easier than the last one. Are we on the last one? Okay. 2 left, and then I think we have to do the defense one? I imagine the defense one is going to be a lot more annoying. Okay. Slimes and fungus is what I'm seeing here. Okay. I mean, I don't mind just sticking with the recommendations. Good luck. Yeah. 2 left, and then I'll see which rewards I can get. If it's good enough, then I'll call it there and get the weapon. Basically, I just want the weapon. That's the main thing. So we have green, we have purple. That's what I need. Let's go for ice. And we have flying targets. Okay, let's do this then. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh wait, no, this guy's electric. Because I need to be able to hurt the electric slime. This guy's ranged, this guy's ranged. Now let's go with him. And go with the wind. Do you stream on Twitch? I streamed on Twitch initially, and I don't think I got a single viewer. So then I like moved to YouTube, and honestly I feel like YouTube, you're able to sort of like differentiate your stream a lot better, like especially with like the thumbnails and stuff. Like you can tell I put like a lot of like effort into just the presentation. So like it's been working better. I've gotten like a lot more views, like even like not from subscribers. Because on Twitch I did not get a single viewer. If I got a viewer on Twitch, that was like a momentous occasion. I think I only ever got like one chat message from someone. Like, I just, like, I never even got chat messages. My thumbnail is very good. Yeah, it's funny how the thumbnails work out. You can see Cloud Retainer. It's funny how the thumbnails worked out, because, like, initially with the thumbnails, I am losing. Get this guy out of here. Initially with the thumbnails, the idea was to, like, keep it very standardized, very low effort, so that I could just easily do it. Did I lose ground? And then, like, over time, I just kind of got carried away. And then, like, it just became a lot better. I was the opponent summoning so much more than me. I might actually lose this one. Oh yeah, holy moly, that's a lot of slimes. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Yeah, I might lose. I don't know how it's summoned that many so quickly. Oh, I can summon one here. Okay, that's good. Do I? Hang on. So I have this book here, but this doesn't let me change anything. Man, everyone's just dying. Okay, that guy's ranged. He should be able to do that. Oh my god. There is a time limit. Hello, MAA. Welcome to the stream. This is very annoying. Yeah, challenge failed. Avoid deploying units whose damage the enemy is immune to. Did I do that? Did I make a mistake? How's it going? I just lost. So I'm gonna try again. Let me just exit and see like how many points I need. Hopefully I don't need to do the whole event to get the weapon. But how are you doing, MAA? I hope the week has been treating you well. Doing good. Guess finally eating dinner after fasting. Yeah, fasting for Eid. So basically the gist I'm getting from this is that the Militech wanted us to participate in war games so they can see our tactics. Alright. So that is... I'm just skipping this dialogue just because, like, honestly it's event dialogue, who cares? But, like, for the actual character story quest, we'll actually pay attention to the dialogue. At least that's voiced, so it'll... Okay, so I got the weapon, that's good. But I do need to get... I do need to get the Ascension materials, I forgot about that. Well, back to the grind. Maybe I should try defense. Let's try defense. Okay. So this is going to be more like the tower defense mode. Back to the tower. Yeah. Each round, enemies will attack from different directions. After combat, units are defeated. Okay, I think I might enjoy this more. After your combat units are no longer engaged to battle, they will return to the position they were deployed to. I see. So we have 2 here. What is this? Okay, so left is going to be that. So I'm going to have to put this here. And we'll put this here. And I don't know, I guess I'll just put this guy here. I mean, that's very limited. I'll use this skill. Why not? Okay, I see. So this has that much range. I think this should be easier. Because it's less of a PvP game. And that slime just completely destroyed that Mida churl. Support beacon appeared. Okay. We got more pyro slimes. I'm just weaponizing slimes. I think this is gonna be more fun than the offense. Go my army. Oh no. I can't move these, right? Slime's army. I mean, having an army of slimes is kind of a flex. I can summon a person. Left flank, right flank. I may as well just put them in the middle, to be honest. Unless I want them to, like... I mean, I'll just put them in the middle. There's my strategy. Opponent's on the left. I feel like that's a new treasure order voice line. I've never heard that before. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot more chill, hopefully. Line up. At least I don't have to like pick stuff. So it's a lot less variables. You should hear some of the characters' voice lines, it's pretty funny. Yeah. I mean, it depends, like, also, like, which language you choose as well. Right now I have it set to Japanese. I don't think I've heard a lot of enemies in English. I think in English the treasure hoarders always say, like, well, if it isn't another test subject, and stuff like that. Which doesn't make sense at all. Let's put this here. That's just a landmine. Put this here. Put this guy here. Still only 2, right? Oh no, where are you going? Oh, that's bad. Hopefully they drop something. Because I need to put it right here. Okay, that's good. What is the one in the center? It almost looks like a teleporter. Can I check? Shackling mine. Okay, so it's a trap. I guess I'll save that for now. Put this guy here. The annoying part about defense is that... well, there goes the mine. It's gonna take longer, I feel. I mean, the offense took a while, too. Oh, drone full. Okay, let's drop this. So I'll just put it here. Let's put this mine down, like right in front of it. Let's put this guy down here. Let's put this guy down here. The fungus event was pretty fun. Because that was like basically just like Pokemon battling almost. But I think when they brought it back, the tower is halfway health. Wait, my tower? Yeah, this one's dying. Oh yeah, it's at 82%. I mean, it's still okay. I think I need to put more stuff down here. Got another shackling mine. Yeah, I should probably be using my skill. Like right now. I need to put more stuff down to like defend this one, I think. Did anyone drop anything? Okay, well here's one. Okay, still 3 stars, that's good. Yeah, I think I need to pay more attention. So I think I only need to do like 4 of these, and I think I should be good to get all the... how many stars are there? There's only 3. So as long as I can keep the objective with over 75% health, we should be good. Okay, so we have... still only 2 gates. Left is electric, right is mostly electric. I guess I'll put this guy on the right side. Put this guy here. The right side's coming up first, so I'll drop this guy here. Okay. Oh, that troll just got iced. That was a full 1-hit KO. I mean, this tower, it has enough range that I can... well, I'll put it here. Put it here. Put it down. Okay, this one's starting to die. I need more reinforcements here. I probably should have held on to the bugs. offense is more faster than defense. Yeah, I just wanted to try both, really. I think defense is less stressful. But I'll probably drop the skill now. Enemies inbound. Put this down to help. Did they drop? Yeah, here's another. Put this hill trail here. Did I just hear a... Okay. I thought that was the sound of like one of the tokens spawning, but I didn't see it anywhere. Okay, so enemies on the right first. I'll use my skill just to sort of like conserve their health a bit. Yeesh. These guys do so much damage. Go my slimes. Slimes and goblins. I think just this stage and then the next one, and then I should have enough points, I think. 97%. Okay, that one did a lot better. My slime army. Okay. Let me check how many points I have. Let me see if I still need to do one more. Because I kind of just don't want to linger on this for too long if I don't have to. What am I at right now? 1260. And it has to be a 1500. Oh, I didn't pick these up yet. Okay. So 1440, yeah, I just have to do one more. Okay, shouldn't be too bad. I don't really care about the crown, because, like, how many crowns do I even have? Would be over here. No. Yes? No, it's the next one. I have 13 of them. Yeah, I think I'm good for crowns, to be honest. There goes the commissions. So just one more stage and then we'll do the story quest. Okay, so we have... Why am I even looking at this? I can't change anything. Okay, still 2 entrances. Left flank is bugs. Right flank is these guys. Wait. Who here has range? Melee, 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 melee. Okay, I think anyone can target range, or anyone can target flying except for if it explicitly says not. Thank you for the good luck, Atomi. And yeah, so I think we should be fine. So I'm gonna put electric on this side, because it's not gonna do much to the bugs. Wait, did it say that this couldn't oh. Wait, I think this one says that it couldn't target flying. Let me see. Okay, no, it's ranged. Okay, it's good. Oh. You almost stream for 1 hour now. Yeah, I usually stream for about 4 hours. Except for Dragon's Dogma, where I stream for like 6 or 7 hours. I really want to like play Dragon's Dogma again on stream, but maybe like once like, because I feel like currently there isn't like many people like interested in watching Dragon's Dogma, so I don't know, maybe one day. I'll be enjoying your stream in the background as you snack on cake and icing and clean up. I mean, do it up. Whenever I watch streams, it's always in the background. Or like on like my second monitor. As I'm doing something else. Because I feel like I've gotten to the point where I can't just stay focused on one thing. This guy's getting destroyed. Can't really help him out much. So like even when I'm playing a game, if it doesn't require like my full attention, I'll have like, this guy's dying. I just spawned him. If it doesn't require my full attention, I'm gonna like have to have something open, like a video or a stream or something. Oh, I didn't even notice that. He was standing right on it. I think we need, well, it's spawning on the left this time. So let's just put this guy here. Alright, final showdown. So I'll drop this here. He just walked right through him. Like zero resistance from them. Is there any reason where I wouldn't just... I mean, I guess if I put them in the middle, then I'm not gonna have any control over who fights what. So, probably not a good idea. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, defense is so much easier. Oh, there's a timer? I think the timer was fairly forgiving. I always get baited by the exclamation mark over the commissions tab. Okay, so I should have enough now. I might get to the getting the crown later. I mean, this event expires tomorrow, and that's why I'm doing it right now, but I don't know, the crown is not something I really need. Alright, yay. What does this bow even do? Let's see. So is this one here? Coffee break. Yeah, I never managed to make a coffee last... I mean, actually, it's been over an hour. Yeah, okay, it's lasted a while. After elemental energy is decreased, the equipping character's elemental mastery will increase by 40. Huh. So I guess if you have a character that decreases... Oh, is that what Sethos does? Hang on. Character archive. Let's see. So Sethos... If I can find him, I probably skipped him. Here he is. The new 4-star, yeah. So let's see. Is it his skill? This one recovers elemental mastery. I mean, elemental energy. Let me, like, actually take the time to read it. I don't think power of Electro will accumulate. It doesn't say that it consumes energy. Maybe it has, like, constellations? Consuming elemental energy through aimed shots. Oh, okay, I see. Is it... When aiming, the charging time is decreased. Consume the tallied amount of elemental energy. Okay, there we go. I was looking at the skills. I'm like, I don't see anything here. But, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. This bow right now is only really useful for him. Let me just ascend that real quick. I mean, that's cool, though. So if, like, I have to build him later down the line... And then I already have a weapon that's perfect for him. Okay, let me just grab the commission rewards. The new 4-star design looks like 5-star. That's how I felt about Candace. Like, this is a 5-star character design. Like, she looks better than a lot of the 5 stars. Like, especially from the beginning of the game. Like, they really upped their game with, like, the character designs. Okay. I'll just grab the Serenity Pot stuff. And then we can finally do the story quest. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Alright. Did I get everything? Sorry, I was a little distracted there. Okay. Okay. So... Next on the schedule is this quest. Except I have to leave the teapot first. Let's just preemptively go to Liu, because that's probably where it's going to take us. The event took an hour. It didn't feel that long. I'm sure it felt that long to the people watching, though. Paimon has a sudden yearning for quirky stories told by Cloud Retainer. It's one way to describe them, I guess. Let me just, I have to change it to English. Otherwise I have to read out all the text, basically.
I will always seek to protect the things that are most...
Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a
I think the
visit
volume
at
might be too low.
It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's always the one popping popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death. So let's surprise her this time.
That's true. I didn't check if the audio was loud enough. It probably was too quiet for most of the stream. But we were just kind of like chilling with the event and stuff. Okay, I think that's loud enough. Get the feeling I don't need to climb up this mountain. One thing I really liked, so I played Wuthering Waves off stream for a bit. And it is very nice that you can run up walls in that game. It's basically the same as climbing, but it's just a lot faster. And then the stamina consumes a lot faster. But like, it feels better because you don't have to wait as long. Honestly though, yeah, Wuthering Waves gameplay is cool. And I do like the combat and stuff.
The first time we came here,
It's just, I lost the 50-50 for the first or second featured character, Xianyun, the red-haired character. And it took me like 80 summons to get a 5-star for that banner. And then like, yeah, it took like 80 summons to get to the 5-star. And then by that point I was just like, I don't feel like it. Because then I got like the little girl character too, and I'm like, I don't want to play that. Come on.
Whoa, what a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
So this quest here is basically the first time you see her as like a human form.
You're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special.
Oh, her design is so good though.
Of that bird lady, really.
As like a Bayonetta fan, it speaks to me.
If we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello? Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
My thing with the Wuthering Waves combat though, like
hello.
I advanced the world level. I think I hit like adventure rank or union rank 20. And then like enemies got like really spongy. Like it just took way too long to kill anything. So then I had to like actually reduce it. So like, I was just kind of like,
friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two...
I was just like feeling that like later in the game it's gonna be more of an issue as well. You're gonna like have to grind a lot more just to like avoid having to take a lot of time fighting. I don't know, maybe Genshin was the same way and I just forgot, but...
Human? How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So,
she even kind of talks like Bayonetta. Almost.
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place! In fact, Paimon can think of several examples, like that time when you suddenly appeared on top of a roof without any warning, or... Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Her design is so good though. I was so tempted to pull on this character.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
I don't know. Maybe after
One
like
has
I
never
blow
found oneself lacking
all
in
my
basic comforts. On the contrary,
summons
it is the
on Pyro
gesture that
Archon,
one
maybe I'll
values
come back
above
and
all else.
summon for her.
So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality
Her design
of the
is good.
gift is but a trivial matter.
I really like her design. Like, they cooked with her design.
I feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts? Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them.
Is
Maybe
Paimon
we could
peeking the
too.
mic?
One planned to extend the
Like, it's
invitation
like-
even if you had not raised
The mic
matter
is
yourself.
crackling when she talks.
Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories.
I'm wondering what kind of like
We
plot
knew
this
we'd
story
run into
quest
your
is gonna
human
have.
form while we were at it.
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor.
I've mentioned this before. You gotta find out. It takes a while to find out.
Ganyu
Kinda wanna
has
do
been
that.
quite busy
Hang
with
on.
work as of late. One can count on one tell the number of times she returns to Mount Altsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment
The
recently.
thing with like these
In her
Genshin story
correspondence
quests
with
is
me,
that
she
it takes
wrote
a
that she shall
long
have no
time
need
to
to
even
return
figure out what
for
the story quest is about.
future.
Because they really ease you into it.
They think one was so easily mollified. One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
So she's just checking in on Ganyu and Shenhe. I'm probably like completely butchering the names too. Like, I love finding out the pronunciations for like the Chinese characters' names and just finding out that I was completely wrong the entire time.
We're almost at Weihai Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
It's okay, it happens. Like, apparently, a Kiki, you know, Q-I-Q-I, apparently that's pronounced Chi-Chi. Or something like that. And I'm just like, well, why didn't they just spell it like that? And just like other stuff like that. Like, I'm not even gonna try with Shin Q. You know, the blue-haired kid. Apparently it's pronounced completely different. And I'm not even close.
Just standing there, Cloud.
But I mean, that's how it's spelled.
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Fair enough. Makes sense. All right, then. We'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Ugh.
So is this story quest just gonna be her being a mom?
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
She is indeed.
I mean, I'm down. It's a
I'm
chill
sorry,
quest,
Huixin,
if that's the case.
But could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Ganyu works hard. She works too hard.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And
This
Cloud
game really
Retainer,
had like
too.
a string of
It's been
characters
quite
that
some
were
time
just like
since I last saw you in
hardworking,
this form.
You are quite mistaken.
hardworking, like
One is not
overworked
acquainted with
characters.
this Cloud Retainer.
I think
of whom
like
you
people
speak.
like started
One
calling
is
them out on it.
simply a mere mortal passerby.
Huh?
Place this game to figure out if you want to be a mom or
She's
not.
not buying it.
I don't think it's gonna be that accurate to make that decision on.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is
So,
that so?
Atomi,
But it's been so
just
long
come
since we
kind of
last
like
saw
looking
each
for
other.
game ideas.
One simply desired
What
to
do you
see
play like other
and had
than
no
Genshin?
intention of interrupting
Paimon
your
is
work.
bad at lying, yeah.
A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
You play Wuthering Waves,
Cloud
Honkai Star
Retainer.
Rail, and some other games.
Stop!
It's a really
If
funny.
you insist.
With the
We are
Wuthering
running
Waves,
short on time
like I played
regardless,
it when it
so
was
one
still
will
like
refrain
new.
from going into each
and,
and every story. Why
I
don't you
always keep the
continue
view
your
count hidden.
conversation? One shall simply stand by.
Sorry,
and
I'm just gonna pause the conversation there. I always keep the view count hidden, because like honestly, if you're a small streamer, you don't want to see the view count. And I was just like, I'm playing this game on launch, and it's like a fairly like controversial or like well talked about game. Like I'm sure like there's gonna be like a lot of people that want to watch it. And then like I checked the view count at the end of the stream, and only like 5 people tuned in during the entire stream. Whereas like usually with Genshin it's like over 30. So it's like, wow, okay. So
Wow.
I was just
You've
like,
been
yeah,
to
okay,
so
I'll
many
just
new
play it
places
off stream,
since
I
the last
guess.
time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at your
Like I don't know, like
pavilion.
sometimes it's just the
Also,
YouTube algorithm
Forgive me
like,
for
sometimes
my
it just completely,
presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer.
drops
But if you
some
plan
videos
to
or
continue
streams.
appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown,
It's okay, it
Cloud
happens
Retainer
also.
is surely too
Yeah, I
recognizable
know.
as a name.
You really think so? Not that you're not
It was just like,
famous or
I just like
anything
had like a proper laugh at that.
that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored.
I'm gonna pay attention to how she
From this
pronounces
point
it.
on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. I was saying Xianyun.
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and
Xianyun.
unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Now you know how to pronounce it? Yeah.
Actually,
I I
those
have to
lines
make
were
sure I
originally
pay
written
attention.
to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh? Wait,
Xianyun.
so you're really
Gotta
that
make sure I don't
powerful?
forget that.
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
A few days ago is Lisa's birthday.
Not exactly.
Yeah. They very subtly gave her the birthday of 6'9". Very subtly. Totally not with any other reason.
To
But yeah,
be
Lisa's
fair,
like one of my favorite
Cloud Retainer
characters.
rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can
Lisa's
only be
Japanese
found in
voice
ancient
actor
texts.
is the same as
It is
Himiko
said
from the
that
past
once,
games.
a long,
So you
long
got that
time
kind of
ago,
like
there
connection.
was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to
Actually,
the
I have
Adepti.
Lisa at C6.
Although I did not live through
Because
such
I just
tragedy,
bought her from the
simply reading
shop
about
every
it is
6
enough
months.
to gain a visceral understanding
I never
of
got
all
her
the
from Summons.
pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said?
Isn't,
Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was
You like how
Paimon's
Paimon just
dad
talks
calling
for
you
the
a
traveler.
bird before.
I would say I don't like
Too
that.
bad. Are you?
How laughable. A name is but a
Like
simple
Wuthering
label we
Waves,
carry with us on our
the
journey
main
through
character does
world.
talk,
Why would one be offended by such a trivial
occasionally, which I prefer.
In that case, Paimon will
But then I
continue
found that
calling
like
whatever feels
they
right
made
for
him
him.
talk to himself a lot.
Well,
And
it
that
is
became
quite
a bit of
enough ancient history
annoying.
For now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
Honkai Star Rail 2. Yeah, I remember Honkai Star Rail. I think they did it the best. It wasn't like overdone. Wuthering Waves, there was this one part where you're just doing like a bunch of like puzzles, I think like in the grand hall or whatever. It was before that guy like ambushes you. I completely forgot their names. But like he just kept talking to himself when you were doing the puzzles, and he was like giving you all the answers and just like narrating everything that happened. It just got really annoying. So like I feel like they kind of overdid it there.
Does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That
Does she
is
have
a lot
vacation
of
days?
questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Shenhe?
Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao
It's not
being swamped
Shenhe?
with customers, and Xiangling still
Shenhe?
often out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and
Xiangling?
astute, while her father
been
is
saying
loyal
Xiangling.
and reliable. One has no cause to
Today
believe
is
that they
very
will make Shenhe's
educational.
work difficult.
You know how
It
to
is
pronounce
almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One
I've
shall
completely
visit
forgotten.
Wanmin Restaurant in
Xianghe?
person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Shenhe.
Huh?
Oh my
But
god.
didn't
How am I
you
gonna-
just say that you had
I'm gonna have to
something
like
important
break
to
the
do?
habits of like
Can
the
that
past
wait
like
until after we
3
leave?
years.
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on
Ganyu.
one's own.
I've
There
been
will be
saying
many an
Ganyu.
occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler,
Cloud
Paimon,
Retainer.
I'll see
I've
you
been
some
saying
other
Cloud
time.
Retainer.
See you around, Ganyu!
Today is full of surprises.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important
Now you know.
business to
I'm
attend to,
gonna forget.
Paimon realized
Like, I've probably already forgot.
Cut the conversation short
Caillou?
and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
Caillou?
No.
Who rhymes
in
with
fact, it was
Caillou?
not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for
Ganyu?
an important purpose.
Oh, yeah. I guess, sort of.
The moment is not yet upon us.
You learn new things every day.
Still, the truth will be
I
revealed
forget
to you in
new things
time.
every day, so it kind of just levels out.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now.
I'm starting to
Is
get
it
at
because
that
we
age.
just heard that cool story about her powers?
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even
Wait,
fine
is she-
food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait.
I've already forgotten how to
coming.
pronounce her name. Shenhei is cool.
What can I get for you today?
Shenhei?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of Mora meat to go.
Yeah, she's
good
cool.
Chat. Bye.
Like, she's more of an ice support character, though. So, like, I didn't really have a use for her. Because I think, like, the only ice character I really use is Ganyu.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Say
Welcome us
Shenhe.
as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
That's how you pronounce the name.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
This is Miss Xianyun.
Xianyun.
Master?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Is something
Oh,
the
she's
matter,
touched.
Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe? The lunch
Shenhe.
rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got
Then
things
why'd they
covered
use
for
an
now.
E at the end?
Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Chef Mao? I've been saying Chef Mayo. Today is full of surprises. Okay. I'm done with that joke.
Leo's really got a lot going.
Ganyu and Shenhe is so loyal, they recognize Xianyun. They're- I'm gonna... I'm trying my best. Yeah, no, it's nice that they know her well enough. It's basically their parent,
It
right?
is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange
Feels like a
people,
job interview.
but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
So, you did a customer service job previously. How do you deal when a customer
Dealing with them.
is being very angry?
First, I tried to talk sense into them.
Well,
If that doesn't work, I
Xianyun...
threaten them with violence.
Shen...
At this point, they
Xianyun?
usually
It is
decide
Xianyun.
they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Yeah, she raised them. Bird Mom
How should
raised them.
Paimon put this?
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your
Outsong?
presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master.
What she means to say is she actually
I
misses
have
the
missed
two of you
Master
a
quite a
lot.
bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've
So
already had a
many
conversation
surprised.
with Chef Mao about
So
taking
many
some time
surprises
off soon
today,
to visit
yeah.
Master.
Oh,
Outsong?
you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple
Next I'm gonna find out that the English voice actors mispronounced it as well. And then I'm gonna have to relearn it
Knew how
again.
powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a Tesla.
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron.
Knew it.
What was it called again? Oh, an
Oh, she brought an e-bike.
electro-powered bicycle?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused
Wait,
with
they
adaptable
have bicycles
energy,
here?
and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
I haven't seen a single
It boggles
bicycle.
the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all
Cyclists
his might,
are canon
he
in
could barely
Genshin.
keep up. Alas,
I haven't seen
the
any
one
bike lanes,
flaw of
though.
My mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils
They are
for another
improved with
contest.
technology.
What is a race without spectators, after all?
I mean, they have
you
like
been lonely,
mechanical guards in Fontaine
Lonely?
and stuff. But you don't see any.
At one's age, entire human generations
haven't had
come
any
and go in
vehicles,
the
have
blink
they?
of an eye.
Oh, they've
Even
had those like
one's own
flying ships and
self-directed
stuff.
musings
And
can
the
span several
aquabus.
days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One
How
is the
can
master that's
Paimon fly?
widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
One finds oneself exalted yet again.
I don't know why
Sweet
that got me.
words,
It's just
praise, and
like-
flattery of the most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt
It's just
one
like
with
at
your
this
words,
point, you're like
yet you refuse to
hundreds
grace
of
one
hours into the
outside
game,
your
and it's just like,
presence
wait,
for
how is
any
Paimon
extended
flying?
period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your
She has tiny
estimations.
little hidden rockets
This is not to say
That's
that
why she
your
has to
words
eat so
paint
much.
an inaccurate picture.
to like
One
convert
has
it to
always
fuel.
lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see
That's
fit.
crazy.
Yet one places little weight in
I
such
mean, what other
judgments.
explanation could there be?
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Oh no, we're getting kicked out because we didn't order anything.
fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
I'll try my best.
We all know that Paimon is just a drone sent from Celestia. It's like how people think that birds are just drones
So much yummy
from the
food!
government.
Paimon's gonna feast!
I think that's mostly a joke, but then again, flat earthers are a thing, so I wouldn't put it past them. Can you eat this kind of food, Cloud Retainer? What kind of question is that?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
Probably lives with Paimon for
But it
too long. His
smells
words
so
are getting weird
delightful.
through time.
Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay.
And did I
I'll
miss
ask around.
something? His words are getting weird through time? As in, he's like starting to talk like Paimon?
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so... Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
I guess I missed something.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
It was crazy in the latest like main story quest. Like you actually hear
Is
him
there
like
something wrong with that?
have a proper conversation, and it's like, yeesh.
No, Paimon's just
It's
a
been
bit
so long.
surprised. She looks so young. Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears. Granny?
Old
Why don't
recognizes
you take a
old.
seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can
How
order
do you
for
pronounce this old lady's name?
I want
Wandai?
braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after
Ugh.
a rainstorm.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised
She's
earthworms on
exposing
the
that she's
menu.
secretly a bird.
Braised
She wants to eat
earthworms?
earthworms.
Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. I need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny?
I think I have some fish bait she can eat.
Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Didn't expect them to say she has
Her
dementia.
memory's been bad ever since I was little.
It's just got real.
But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to
Wuthering
remind
Waves
her who
side
I am
characters like the
every morning.
girl is not good design at all. I thought the Wuthering Waves NPCs looked a lot better than the Genshin ones, in my opinion.
They died young. It's just me and Granny now. Oh,
Also, like the story quests, like they had a lot of
but it's
really
okay.
good
Don't feel bad.
animations
Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure,
and like
it's hard
camera
at
angles and
times,
stuff.
But you just gotta make the best
I
of the
guess
life
that's
you've
your
got.
internet then.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
I mean, maybe if you had like the
You're too
textures
kind.
and like models set to low in the options or something,
What
like
about me?
maybe it wouldn't
You're tough too,
prioritize
Granny. Plus, you're really gentle.
the
And
NPC
you're always
models.
there for me.
But I remember it looking pretty good.
And it's
I think I even
hardly
like
as if
complimented it when I
forget
played it on stream.
everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again?
She left the stove on. Her house is burned down
It
now.
was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her...
I'm kind of regretting sharing a table with this woman.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times.
You shared a table with a crazy woman.
How many times have I had it? Now that
They
I
haven't
do
eaten.
not remember.
Yeah, the food's getting cold, ain't it?
So you have a reoccurring dream where
Nobody has
someone's
taken a single
talking
bite.
to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
That's what bugged me during the Chlorinde quest. Cause like they were sitting there, they were playing like
Her eyes are
D&D.
clear, and her
And
breathing
like
remains
by
calm
the
and
end of the
level.
day, like the sun
One
went
sees no
down
signs
and
of
like
possession.
the tea was still like steaming. It's like they didn't drink anything.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept?
They just wasted a ton of food.
Am I not an expert?
Huh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names? Paimon's Paimon.
And I'm Pansy.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back? Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Primo gems. I need primo gems. 60 at least.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea.
Bro, she's lost.
When I was really little, my dad told me the granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history
Okay,
books or
Grandma,
something.
let's get you to bed.
A martial arts
Exactly.
heroine?
She in her mind right now.
Knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions.
Yeah, she's somewhere, she's just not here.
Of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Xianyun Commerce Guild.
Oh no, I missed how they pronounced his name.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
Yeah, maybe I'll dig up some
Seems we must
earthworms.
part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
She has like the weirdest
meet at Eugene
Adeptus
Terrace
name.
once you are ready.
Streetward Rambler. I mean, I've seen plenty of streetward ramblers on the subway. I wouldn't call them adeptuses. Adepti. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I never showed off the C6 Lisa that I have here. Cause like this is completely just from the shop. I just like every 6 months I just bought her from there. Her stats are okay. They are okay. 64 and 197. When she's at C6, yeah, when you switch her in, she can like do her charge skill. Her stats are better than mine. Yeah, I put a lot of like effort into Lisa. She just doesn't fit in on my favorite team. This one with like Dea and Candace and all that. Cause like, when you combine Electro with Pyro, like they just kind of fling around and Dea puts down a circle. So you want them to stay in the circle, so it doesn't work together. But she is like one of my favorite characters. And then I have her with the Woodsith, so she just kind of swaps in nukes and then swaps out. Oh yeah, and I have her triple crowned as well. So like 10, 13, 13. Yeah, she's kind of cracked. I mean, for a long time before like Candace and Dea came out, I only really played as Lisa. Lisa and Child.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
He sounds like a girl.
Great, we found
How did you just pronounce that?
about something.
Say that again? Because I was not at all what I expected.
That's not a whole lot of information to go
Shin
off
Chao? Or something like
I don't know
that?
if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone.
I feel like I'm talking too loud. I'm probably peeking the
Considering her
microphone.
age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago.
I pronounced
As the people
chapstick.
suffered,
Good
a
luck
nameless
pronouncing
heroine
his
appeared
name.
and began to clear away
Yeah,
evil spirits and
I think that's a
bandits.
task I'm not up to.
The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
Huh?
It's nothing at
Xingqiu?
all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal
Is
curiosity.
that actually how you pronounce
Well,
it?
Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know
Xingqiu?
any places often associated with her?
Sorry, I'm kind of stuck on that.
In the novels,
I know,
the
I'll go with
nameless
that for
heroine
now.
always appeared near
Xingqiu?
one of three places.
Xingqiu?
Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those three places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various
Close.
novels written about her.
It's as close as you're gonna get. Thanks so much, Xingqiu.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character,
You and I is
just
at
be able
least
to help me
spelt
put the
the
pieces
way you
together.
say it.
It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime,
That one's not too
even
bad.
after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
It's funny
Feels like we just
when you
learned
look
so
at the
much from
old
Shinto.
characters.
A drought, a nameless heroine, a life
Like,
of seclusion.
Just comparing Traveler's character model, like the texture quality, compared to
Oh,
Xianyun's,
there's a drought in this story too.
like it's a huge difference.
Shinto, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
They really
Well,
need to give
They
Traveler
used to be,
like a
but
skin or something.
people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals.
They probably wouldn't do that though, because that'll affect like the pre-rendered
So while
cutscenes
droughts
and
do
stuff.
happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
I don't want to have happened 50 years ago.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will
funny
be able
because,
to
like,
remember more of her past.
I bet you so many people were confused about Shincho.
Anyway, we'll be off now.
Because he looks like a girl, basically. And then
no problem at all.
his voice actor
Safe
is also a
travels.
girl. So I bet it like confused so many people. I think in Japanese the voice actor is also a girl, but I think it's deeper, right?
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straightward, Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world.
When are we gonna get a Madame Ping banner?
Just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say.
I think I
I'm a
saw
little
some
nervous.
mods where people took like Madame Ping's
Well,
3D model and just like
inquiries as
gave her like
Approximately
5-star
how
character
much
bursts.
more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor?
Lore
Not
accurate
unlike the
Madame
one that
Ping.
you yourself lead.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when
Madam
you and
Pink.
Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
What is Madame Ping's job anyway? Does she just sell tea?
Thank you so much. What do you think, Ryu?
She
Does it
has like
match
the
up with what
tea
you know of your
equivalent of a
granny?
lemonade stand.
According to the story, The nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Alright. Sounds like the stories were on the right track.
Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Let's let the old ladies
Okay.
keep
Since
each
we
other
have the
company.
time, can I ask you something? Sure thing. What would you like to know? I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Usually when a little kid tells you they want to tell you a secret, it's not going to be something like mind-blowing. So let's see what she's got.
What's wrong, Xianyun? Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant. But are you guys all adepti in disguise? Oh! About that. Well, you guys just seem super special.
I feel like
Plus, I think I
Xianyun,
might have heard Miss Xianyun call
if she
herself
wanted to
adeptus.
have a disguise,
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun,
she should have like picked something less flashy.
maybe you can
Like the
explain
other
to Xianyun here
adepti,
what
like
you really
they
meant by
picked
that.
like NPC models basically.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was
Her
feeling all
design is too
itchy
shiny,
and
it's too
gross.
flashy.
But then,
Like,
this
look at her.
snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So,
This
I just
crane
kinda wanted
abducted me
to ask
and gave me a magic
Any of
potion.
you have ever met an Adeptus like that? A pure white illuminated crane?
Oh, that's not something you want to hear a kid tell you.
Are blue and white and black and brown.
That's kinda...
Have you ever
that's
met one
not-
that's pure white, Clavertina?
Never has
Like, that's
one
pretty
met an
worrying
adeptus with such features.
if somebody tells you that.
One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just
I
in
would
my
hope
head,
it's a dream.
it doesn't matter that much anyway. All
It's
I
kinda
really want
freaky
is
if
to
it
help
ain't.
Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help. Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by
I
one.
felt wrong hearing it.
Amongst you in first.
Like, how about this
Okay,
crane? How
I'll
about
go
you,
get
like, bring the potion to my house? With, like, a full list of ingredients. And, like, a doctor... How about you just bring a doctor to my house? How about that? I would prefer that. Where's Baizu when you need him? Although I'm probably mispronouncing his name. I remember the Baizu story quest being, like, really boring.
Wangshu Inn.
I don't think Baizu is busy coughing. Yeah, that was basically his whole story quest, wasn't it?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes.
Are we gonna get a
spent
Shao cameo?
lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with. Paimon's
She's a
having some
yapper.
trouble understanding
Yeah,
what
she's
she's talking about. But
she's
if
really
she's
just
so
an old
familiar
lady,
with
isn't
this
she?
place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Xiao!
Hey, Xiao.
You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble.
You sound so edgy in
I
English.
suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer.
Huh, nothing
I see
personal,
you have
kid.
returned to your previous form. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
That's just Navia's
An
burst.
impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as
Paimon's
ostentatious
imagination is
as you
hilarious.
describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The
Everyone's
Cloud Retainer
gangsta
who fought
until
beside me in those devastating
Cloud Retainer
battles
breaks out the
was
catapults.
taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need
It'd
to
be cool
relive
if
bygone matters.
Xianyun
Granny,
had like the option of instead of using a wind glider, you like turn into a bird.
At this
But that would be
place,
like too much effort.
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my
I wonder
leave.
if the mic picked that up.
Should you encounter any trouble,
My shoulder's
you need
cracking.
only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with
Would
Cloud
be cool.
Retainer,
It would be too much
I
effort.
trust you are in good hands.
Something that really got me.
I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
So like, I don't know how long you've been playing, but Rosaria, her weapon screen animation, she used to kick her spear and like catch it and twirl it and then go into the animation. But then because more tall female characters were going to be using spears, they had to change hers so then they could copy that for the other characters. And I'm like, why couldn't you just have her keep that animation and just make a separate animation for other characters? And it's like weird limitations like that. So like I feel like giving her a special glider is probably just like out of the question. It would be cool though, but it's just
Here
like they're weird with stuff like that. Just giving characters unique stuff.
So what Shinto said was true. You did fall ill. Was that why you went into hiding?
And I think like Klee initially had a different dash animation, but they changed that
Don't
too.
remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only
Dementia.
thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no
Oh, it's a
cure
different
for
illness.
it.
Klee is too
I
dangerous.
was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window.
Yeah, Klee
It was
is
a solemn sight. I remember crying, but
like
I'm not
normally you
even
wouldn't touch a
sure I know why.
normally you
day,
wouldn't
I met a
trust
traveling
a
merchant.
kid with
Upon
like
hearing of my
a
illness,
candle,
he
but she has
sold
like
me
bombs.
a bottle of soul revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually erosion.
But if your illness remained dormant
I
for
guess.
several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
She's been sick for decades. How can she still be alive?
Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey!
Same.
You're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the
God,
next
her design
location.
is so good.
Next location. Next location.
Like I can't get over
Go
it.
to the area north of Dwayun Karst next. There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start?
Xianyun's design is so good that like just her being in the thumbnail made it like one of the best thumbnails. Cause like I used other characters for the other ones, but like this one hits different. That's how good her design is. Okay. Okay, there's 3 areas. It did hit different. Thank you for the validation. I wonder if I can do something clever with like the Chiori thumbnail for next week. Involving the scissors. Let me just, I kind of want to kill that thing. I mean, it's just one enemy. Defeat the Fatui agent.
Let's get it on! Pin them down!
Done. So yeah, like the Vaporize hits for like something like 74k. But because of this weapon... Was it this weapon, or...? When an elemental skill hits opponents... Yeah, so if I can manage, like, a chain going, then it will keep doing more damage, up to, like, 3 stacks. Which would be easier if I had Dea at C2, because then she has, like... Yeah, then she would have maximum uptime on her skill. Like full uptime. So then I could probably like actually chain Candace's stuff together a lot better. Oh true, I'm going the wrong way. You've been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, just broke 2 hours.
Guess it's time to round up the bad guys. No touching.
Comes the hunting.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Most likely this stream is gonna be... Let's see.
I feel like I've
Yeah,
been
probably
here
like
before.
3 to 4 hours.
I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Right, there's 2 other places.
Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
She brought granola bars.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Oh yeah, one thing that Wuthering Waves did, which honestly every game should do, don't consume stamina outside of combat, like just for running and stuff. Like Elden Ring did it well. My favorite game, Xenoblade X, did it well. I mean, Xenoblade X didn't even have stamina. You could just run no matter how long. Monster Hunter started doing it as well.
I hope you can find some use for these.
Or at the very least, like if you do consume stamina just by running, you need to have like mounts in your game at least. And I keep hearing that Honkai Star Rail also doesn't cost stamina. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Honkai Star Rail is that like that's more of like a JRPG, like turn-based game, so like they don't even need stamina.
I don't remember this place at all.
Because like you like enter a combat and it's like a different screen basically.
Thinking, this place feels perfect for a game of hide and seek.
Huh? Why a game of hide and seek?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I used to play that game a lot with Xianyun when she was younger.
Swear, at the end of this, we're just gonna find out that, like, she's not like an adepti or anything.
We only played a few times.
She's just
We
crazy.
stopped once we realized I was no good at the whole seeking part.
Ah, is that so? Then I must be mistaken.
Not here then. Let's try somewhere else.
Alright, one more. She's just in her own world. Yeah. She just enjoys the company. Taya's just dying. She just looks so out of breath.
Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place. It's...
I feel like nobody could pull off that color of lipstick in real life. That, like, very pale blue.
Did you remember something, Granny?
There's no way anyone can wear that in real life and not look like a clown.
Xianyun, this is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
The house just got struck by lightning.
I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Suddenly she has a very good memory.
Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, I spoke too soon.
I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and
She
wept
just remembers
tears of
everything
joy.
randomly.
It was the first time
I'm not
I'd
looking
ever
forward to
felt
getting
such
old, man.
happiness in
Like,
my life.
my memory is already terrible. And
He
like, I
was
feel
my
like I just
pride
don't
and
want to get
joy.
any worse.
And so are you, Shuyu. You're so
Because that's
much
scary.
like him.
That's
and I
honestly,
love
that's
you
why I
both
want to get
so
into, like,
much. But
well, I've
you're
already, like, started vlogging.
always
But,
going
like,
to be different
I
from
just,
me.
like, I want to do it, like, more frequently, just because, like, every
Why?
time I do something, like an event or, like, a trip or anything, I'll completely forget it. Like, I'll completely forget everything I've done. And that's just
You're
kind of
too
scary.
Sweet Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
So, like, recently, I don't know if you were here for this conversation, Atomi. Like, how can she remember the
I may be a bit
place?
slow, but I'll
Gotta
do
keep
my
the plot
best to keep
rolling
up.
somehow.
I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on, I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow
Yeah, like we
frail in
recently
the
went to
end,
like an
do
anime
they
convention
not?
for the first time,
First, you
and I
lose your
vlogged the whole
memory,
thing, and I was like
then
planning to make
your
it public,
health. Eventually, you end up losing everything.
but the audio really wasn't that good. So I'm like fixing up the setup for next time.
Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny, one day?
Let me
But I did
see.
upload it like unlisted, just like basically for friends, because I went with friends to the convention. So
Strange. Have I lived here before?
but I want to make like some like really high quality recordings and stuff.
At
And
Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house
honestly,
earlier,
even if I don't
though I
upload it,
couldn't
it's just like
remember
for me to look back on, really.
still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places.
Never went to a convention before?
But here,
I
don't have that.
Your enjoyment of it is going to depend on
I did
what
come
you would
here in
go
the past,
for.
But it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
So, like, this convention that we went to, like this anime convention, you were either inside, like, the actual place, where everyone was just selling things. There was, like, tons of used games, tons of, like, manga, and just, like, anime stuff. There were so many Genshin cosplayers, too. I think because, like, you can easily buy, like, Genshin cosplays. And then, like, outside, it was just, like, everyone in costumes were just, like, walking around, like, outside. And that was, like, the place to, like, talk to people and stuff like that. It was fun. It's just not, like... I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I was there to actually buy stuff. And I talked to more people. So it's kind of like you have to go for the right things.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only
Because like I don't really have room for it to buy anything else. I just have like, you can see like all the Gundams and stuff.
Disappoint you too.
Like my shelves are pretty full.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something
It
else out.
happens,
Just
don't
you
worry.
wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
We just got all the way back to Cloud Retainer's home.
Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong.
Back to where we started.
Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy.
Oh no, Granny needs her
dizzy.
meds.
Just, what is wrong with me?
Xianyun? Is there anything you can do?
Is there any reason to not call her a Cloud Retainer?
But...
Because, like, they all know she's an
Fret
Adeptus.
not. All will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may
Think
leave
she's
the
someone
rest
related to
me.
Xianyun?
I've
I mean, if
prepared
she
something that can
recognizes
aid you in suppressing
Cloud
the fear in
Retainer's
your
home,
heart and restoring
then
your
I
lost
suppose so.
memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
It's that CD she
never
picked
leave
up from
anything to chance.
Madam Ping.
All will reveal itself when we arrive.
I should do that archery challenge. There's so many of these, like, challenges that I completely just skipped. Just hear a wolf? Why is there an Eye of the Storm there? Hang on. Oh. NA aim. This is why I never play shooters. I don't know how people play shooters on, like, a controller.
Well, how about that?
You need, like, a ton of, like, aim assist. Even then, I don't think it's that easy. Gyro controls are, like, the best. Because using gyro controls, like, in a case of, like, Splatoon or Breath of the Wild or something. Do I need to stay on that? Yeah, I think something needs to stay on this. Yeah. I don't think there's anything... Candace crits so hard. Yeah, so, the build I have here. So, I told you about the weapon. So, the equipping character gains 65% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. When the elemental skill hits, then it stacks. So then you gain more elemental mastery as an attack. So basically, if I chain it together, then it'll do more damage. As long as it's within the 10 seconds. Because it refreshes the duration. Aside from that, I also have this this artifact set here. So that's increases elemental skill damage and then increases elemental skill damage by 25% again. And if you use her elemental skill as soon as you switch in, within the 2 seconds, then it's an additional 25%. So then it stacks like 3 of these basically. And then I have her stats here. Yeah, 94% crit rate and a 173% crit damage. And there are still times when she doesn't crit, and it makes me mad every time. And then, like, her elemental mastery is 203. So that helps with the weapon and with the vaporize. So then vaporize, oh yeah, and hide her damage bonus. Candace crits harder than your whole team combined. The thing is, yeah, so this increases like the vaporize damage by a considerable amount. The thing is, Candace, and let me show you Dea as well. So Dea, 51,000 HP, not a lot of attack, but she doesn't really scale off attack, to be honest. And then her stats are 82% crit rate, 182% crit damage, and then the elemental recharge has like an additional like 30%. Which is gonna be fun, because eventually I do want to get her Constellation, which gives her an additional 10% to her ult. So then it's basically almost like 100%. And then additional crit damage every time you hit. Or every time you crit. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Because these are like my two favorite characters. Yeah, Yai Miko is ridiculous, but she does good luck on C6 Dea. So what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna pull for Pyro Archon. Yeah, Dea. I'm gonna pull for Pyro Archon. Hopefully I get like a Dea through that. To at least get her to C2 at least. But then like they have this new banner type that comes along every now and then. Where you can pull for like standard characters and you can target them kind of similar to limited weapons. So when that comes around,
the desert's a tough adversary.
I'm gonna pull for Dea.
But at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get. And
But
whether
hopefully,
you take on the challenge is entirely up.
Hopefully that's after Pyro Archon, because I don't want to dig into the stash before then. That's true, I did climb the mountain for no reason last time. My bad. But yeah, the thing about having two like favorite characters is that like you can just farm them like every day until you get like really crazy artifacts. It's still super dependent on luck though.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this?
You almost streamed for 3 hours now? I mean, it's still less than 2.5.
Here, this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
I feel like this quest is almost
Precisely.
over.
A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal
You need to go now?
can help the
All
listener
good.
subconsciously relax.
Thank you for joining though.
And even enter
You've been keeping me company for like
state.
the whole stream, but yeah.
Agitation
No, have a great
and
night.
anxiety,
Oh yeah, it's almost 11. Yeah, have a great night.
exhaustion and insomnia. Its
Get some
potential uses
good
are
sleep.
numerous indeed.
And hopefully
of
I'll see you
course,
next
it
week.
can also aid in the
And
recovery of lost
yeah,
memories.
next week is gonna be Genshin. After that, I might play a different game. And then the week after that, first week of July, I'm gonna play Zenless Zone Zero, the new Hoyoverse game. Yeah, for sure. Have a good night.
How preposterous.
Thanks for
Had
joining.
Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Wow.
I'm just
I can feel what you mean.
Streetward Rambler
Paimon's body feels
giving
light as a
you
feather.
a CD. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a mixtape, like rap music. Just like someone with the name Streetward Rambler.
And you, Yuendai, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
Oh, she's asleep.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come,
She fell
join
asleep
one
standing
on this
up.
side. We shall give her some time to herself.
That does not feel safe.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago, We should have never.
She's secretly Cloud
So that is
Detainer
the
all
truth.
along.
No wonder this place is so familiar. Granny!
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience.
I think because his room is getting really hot, and like I'm just like scratching my face a lot, and I'm like getting self-conscious about that.
Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No,
So this monitor
it's
makes me look so
okay.
red.
Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help.
Is it a cutscene?
I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything.
What happened in the past doesn't matter, then why did we do all this?
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I just realized
I am,
that.
in truth, not a human being.
Oh, that's just a normal
My
crane.
real form,
I just realized
one
that I
held
completely
for
left that
centuries,
pressure plate.
was that of a wild
And that probably is gonna annoy someone.
many years living
That
on
pressure
Mount
plate that like
Alsong, bathing in the soft
unlocks the
breeze
chest.
and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to
Secret
share
of
many
cultivation?
stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal
Farming?
disciple, I always saw
I mean,
her
apparently
as my
cultivation, I think, is like something
Whenever she
different
took out her tools to
when
work
they
on
refer to it
mechanisms or new
like in a
inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus
like being a
in my own
cultivator
right.
means something that
I
different than
followed
being
her
a farmer.
teachings, and time gradually passed us by
Even though we
until
generally
that fateful day 50 years ago.
use the terms interchangeably.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving
I just saw a
suffering
fish
wherever
jump
I
in the
went.
background.
But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
So one thing that I've noticed with like so Genshin character story quests I find that, like, if they don't have enough to go on for, like, the character that is focused around, they'll kind of just, like, introduce an NPC and make the story quest about them instead. Because, like, it's happening here. It happened for, like, Zhongli, or Zhongli, or however you're gonna pronounce that. And, like, it happens for, like, a lot of them. But then other characters, like Clorind, like, that was mainly her quest, I guess. And, like, Navia, that was mainly her quest. Like, I feel like they've started to get better at it. But, like, a lot of these, like, older quests, I mean, this one's not even that old, but, like, I feel like if they don't have enough to go on for the character, they just kind of, like, keep doing this.
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human,
And I feel like it's a lot less interesting. Because, like, I don't care about this NPC.
It was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me,
it's like, how much of this quest really involved Cloud Retainer?
Anything to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no, what happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again. But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity,
Hello, Amber
the only
Rains.
person I managed
Sorry, I'm just
to
kind of like
see
sitting here silently.
was myself.
You
knew
but hello,
where I was
welcome.
all along.
I think we're near the end of the story quest,
But a fledgling.
so I don't know if I
Possessed a
have
certain
anything to do
fondness for a
afterwards. I
particular
might,
game. You would
I
hide
don't know, I
yourself
might like do
among a
like a
group of
weekly
wild
boss or something, I don't know.
cranes and
But how you
asked
doing,
one
Amber
to
Rains?
pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time.
It's funny, as soon as
The
like,
truth most
and because somebody was here before
one
at Tomy
always
12,
recognizes one's own.
after that person left, I haven't said a word.
Wait, Paimon's confused.
You're doing good? That's good to hear.
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Yeah, we're doing the Xianyun, and that's how they've been pronouncing it. We're doing her story quest, and I was just while there was nobody here, I was ranting that like they keep doing like these sort of story quests where it's not about the character, like the actual playable character itself. They just kind of introduce an NPC and then make the entire quest about that NPC, and then like barely about the playable character, and then like it's just never as interesting. Is it cutscene time? Mom bird. Oh, I guess we're playing as her. I really like this character's design. Like it's such a great design. It's just that like her actual like gameplay itself
Seized with
is just like
one set out to bring you to your senses.
wait, she has 2 charges?
Skyward, scatter!
Really? Hang on. Is this a constellation? Oh yeah, she's C3. Yeah. Okay, that makes it a lot better. That's a long description. The main thing that turned me off is that, like, I said this before, but like, I already have Xiao, and I didn't like Xiao, because it's literally just you ult, or use your burst, and then you just do plunge attacks, and this character is kind of the same. So I wasn't really into it. And I feel like for exploration, it would be a lot of fun.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been, wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine.
What's new, Amber Rains?
Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness.
I hope school's been good and all that.
As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation,
That's quite a disguise.
one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition.
Yeah, you got excellent student. That's good.
One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of
Stay in
one's
school so you don't end up
or mourn
as a
the
streamer
loss
one day. This design is so cool, man.
Skyward!
Alright. Why is this locked? Oh, okay, that is not what I meant to do. Why did they even have that? A diving animation.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with Adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. One not intervened to clear the fog.
It's really cool, but I feel like it's gonna be like repetitive. Like you're gonna get sick of it very quickly.
Seize the skies.
And it's just burst. Burst.
Skyward, scatter.
Burst. I mean like plunge. Like it's kind of the same as Shao, right?
Skyward, scatter.
Then again, if I have her on the same team as Shao, I don't know.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon
Never mind, it's not
War.
Mom Bird, it's
Some of the gods were likely
Pogo Man's
shattered
mom.
by contraptions of one's very making.
Basically. I mean, she really does just look like Shao's mom.
In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was
So she's the
more
one
than
that
enough.
defended the house. When the girl was getting hunted down.
Now you should have a complete
That's fun,
understanding
though.
of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Okay, I guess that door doesn't open. Why is there an invisible wall here? Okay.
Skyward!
That is fun to do.
Just as
But
you
you have
and
to have
I
C1
troubled
for
one
that.
with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still,
What if
one
I
could
talk
not
like this?
reveal your identity right away.
Referring to
Had one
myself as a
simply
one.
informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become
One
a
has
fictionalized
uploaded a video
account
this
of
week.
another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago,
Why did you leave me be, even though you knew
I'm guessing you
about my
haven't played this
mistake?
quest
Why
before,
did you
Amber
not bring
Rains.
me back to Mount Outsong by
So I think,
force?
One has
did this
never
come out
regarded your
after
action as a
Fontaine?
mistake.
It did.
It
And I
was
think
a
you stopped
simple
at Fontaine,
choice, nothing more.
if I'm not thinking of
When
someone
it is
else.
time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark,
It's okay if no video is posted this
know
week.
that
Keep
you
cooking
always
slowly.
have a place to
Yeah,
which to
like,
return.
okay.
'Tis a refuge
The plan
referred
is
to by
on
many
Monday I
a
have a
name in
video to
mortal
record.
writing. Home, nest,
Because I really need
haven.
to
Whatever its
get going
denomination
again.
may be,
Because like
its
I
essence remains
kept
quite unchanged.
amassing like camera equipment
One
and
speaks,
just
of
like
course,
improving
of a
on stuff
place
like
not
that.
unlike one's own
I just
abode.
never made any
One's
videos.
disciples are free to come and go as they wish. Yet the door
I need to like
remains
get into the
forever
groove.
open
I need to
those
be
who
more
wish to
regular with that.
return.
Oh shoot, sorry.
Thank you.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
He just sitting here silently, but I actually have nothing to add.
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Back to monkey.
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
5. 5 what?
Not long.
4?
The transformation is
3.
imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Don't be sad,
Listen, kid,
dear
you're gonna have a
child.
pet crane. Don't
Granny
worry.
has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsong. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl.
I feel like there's
Even though
parts
we
that
won't see each
I'm
other
confused
for a little
about.
while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
And I don't want to say what they are because it's gonna prove that I didn't listen.
And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Alright, let's get this pre-rendered cutscene going where she turns back into a crane. Never mind. That was a very quick transformation. I expected it to be more...
Xianyun.
Sorry, I just remembered the video
Crying is a
of
natural.
somebody rehabilitated a bald eagle, and they were like letting socks and water. They were letting the eagle go. The eagle flies out and then immediately gets hit by like a truck and dies. I just imagine that happening here.
Give yourself some time to
God,
rest.
that's so dark.
Take a nap if you must.
Like,
One will wake you.
they let out the eagle and then immediately gets hit by a truck. Like, after taking care of it and stuff. That sucks so bad. But that like, cutscene of the crane just flying away just reminded me of that. That's so bad. Yeah, socks and water. People were, like, up in arms about, like, Ayaka when she did that dance in the water. Did she just come back immediately? Or is this like a dream or something? Huh.
I always believed we would see each other again.
Damn,
That our
they gave
days of
the voice actor
separation would
bus fare.
finally end. And all my
How many times
troubles
have I
would be
said that?
behind me.
I need to get new material. This is cute though, I'm gonna shut up.
If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Damn, it's wild to hear him actually talk to someone.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Traveler's probably older than you, to be honest. That was a really cool cutscene for a really not that interesting quest. If I'm being completely honest.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Paimon just missed the traveler talking for like the first time.
I had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
That frog is stuck on a
On
rock.
some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal.
It's like the crab on the table all over again. Oh, the frog gave up.
If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Genshin and violet grass.
Genshin. Yeah, Amber Rains, if you're still here, this is like my first time hearing like all these like Chinese names and words
How utterly preposterous.
in like from the English voice actors. So I've been realizing like how much stuff I've been mispronouncing.
So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Xing Chao?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty,
I've been calling him Shin
its
Q.
location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts.
That's
That is
funny.
precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this
Trying to
fact
remember,
for
in
many
the
years
event-
now. One can only assume
Oh,
that
she
it is
started
due
at the
to
other
some
harbor,
failing
or the
on
other
one's
town.
part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
Did she take into account the housing costs of living
One
in a
has
city?
precious little time to squander. However, if
A
one
tiny
finds
shoebox
oneself
apartment is going to
otherwise
cost like 3K a month.
unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One
that
plans to
frog
put
is
up
still stuck on the
various items
rock.
from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
That's funny.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Same. So tired of spending money.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan.
Poor
See you
frog.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your
Still
mind
there.
and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
It gives me so much joy just to see these.
Cloud Retainer?
Because it's the same as the crab that was stuck in a teapot.
Should we make a trip to the Xianyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
I don't think you were there for that stream, Amber, last week. They were just like, they were sitting at a table playing like a D&D, like a board game, and there was just a crab that spawned on the table, and it was just walking around the table the entire cutscene, and it got like stuck in some cups and stuff. It was just, like it completely just demanded all of my attention.
So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those two old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company. Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive.
What are you accusing them of? Her design is so cool, man. I don't know, maybe one day. Where are we going? Oh, wait until 2 days. One random entity during a cutscene. Yeah. I'm just waiting for a cutscene where like where like a bird is just flying into a mountain for like the entire cutscene. And then eventually gets like struck by lightning and turned into like a chicken leg. We just stood here for 2 days until she moved in. I feel like I need to start playing some other characters on stream. I always just play the same team.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
She's stopped by the TSA.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow. Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
This guy's like giving his all for this, for this 2 lines of voice acting.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them.
So this is
Indeed,
her...
you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity
This
to
is her way
them
to
with your
afford
own
rent
eyes.
in the city.
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the
She
knowledge
brought her
to
stuff to
judge
Pawn
the true
Stars.
worth of these items.
But
If you could wait but a moment.
the most I can give you is $12
He should be here shortly.
An expert,
for
you
the
say?
gold crown.
Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is
Isn't
where
this
you
where
can
the
find me.
perfume lady lives?
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Oh, they reskinned the NPC.
You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
When the NPC gets a new costume, but the traveler never does.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind
Do you think this character is ever going to be seen again
maybe you could,
in like future
not
quests?
look yet, Master? Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Soon.
It's gonna be Zhongli.
Here, allow me to make some
Of course it
introductions.
is.
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at
I don't think the
Longsheng
developers
Funeral Parlor
don't care for a
and an
traveler
expert
skin.
in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before. I was like, if they give Traveler a skin, it's not gonna work with like all the pre-rendered cutscenes and stuff. So like I don't. Sorry, remove the second don't. Oh, I see. I don't think the Travelers care about the Traveler skin. Yeah, I see. Yeah. So like I feel like when they do like the pre-rendered cutscenes and stuff, like it's just gonna mess with that. So like I guess they just might never do that, to be honest.
Ah, if it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting.
His
What
English
a
voice is pretty good.
serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank
Mr. John Lee.
I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us
John
together
Lee.
again.
Jonathan
If you
Leeson.
are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all
It's funny to see
and all
him now
celebrated for her impeccable
because his like design is so much simpler than like the newer 5 stars.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli.
Him and
True
Child
collectors pride
and
themselves on
Diluc.
their wealth of knowledge and eye for
Like they all
detail.
just like
And
because
say
I
without
think
a
like
doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
I think like Hoyoverse, because like of like Honkai Impact, that was the game before this, that was all female characters. So like very, very few male characters. So I think like they just weren't very used to it.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing
Like early
as
characters like Lisa and
Not at
Mona,
all,
like they
Mr.
look
Zhongli.
fine.
Not at all.
Like haven't aged that bad. It's mostly the male characters.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens
This
themselves
voice
would
actor.
collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities,
It's
in
always
this
hard to
instance,
find like who
this
voices like these
transaction may be
NPCs
taken
too.
elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait! I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite
Take
enough
this
to
mechanism,
merit a
for
place
instance.
in any fine
It
home.
holds up like an egg beater
Same can be said for this one
or
here.
something. Just
You
some
could hope
random
to
thing she
possess an
made.
item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder
Blends?
with geometric grace.
Could be an egg beater.
I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case,
I mean, why
Miss
would he
Xianyun, I'll
doubt-
take the lot. However, since
Why would
the
he
final
doubt
sum
Zhongli
is quite large, how about we start
after
with an
he
initial
went
deposit
on
from
his own
Northland
to
Bank?
hire him? So just because they know each
The
other doesn't mean...
Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
All this just to get a 200 square foot apartment.
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
What even is his job, man?
My days
Like, wasn't
have
he
been
working
quite
at the
pleasant as
funeral
well.
house?
I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be
I really
looking
hope
to
I'm not
settle in
peeking the
city?
microphone. I might be talking too loud.
Say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but
Just the contrast between these two designs.
alas, refer
Like
to
one
me
is way
however
more
you will.
polished than the other.
After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon.
Zhongli is giving us
Now
like
that the sale
a
has
movie
concluded,
epilogue.
What say one plays the host as
While
one
they
tries
play
some
you out with like the
specialty
band
dishes
and the
together?
credits.
One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Bamboo shoot
Hardly.
soup.
'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance.
What does
in but a
bamboo
moment,
even taste like?
One will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Shenhe Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite.
Oh yes, the staple food of the YouTube character
Is
showcase.
that true?
that sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
All right. That felt like a long quest. That was, how long? 2 hours, 20 minutes. Do I want the crown from the event? How much more do I have to do? Paimon. Okay, I've never heard her English voice before. That sounded a lot creepier. I'm gonna turn this back to Japanese. Paimon is always the one to say wait up. Yeah, I'm surprised they actually waited up though. Because usually when somebody says that, you're not supposed to actually wait up for them. You're just supposed to keep walking and not look back. Yeah, so this event... If I get 180 more, so I think each stage gives you... How much? 80, 50, 50. Oh. So if I do one more stage and I get 3 stars, then I can get the crown. Maybe I'll try. Okay, so I'll try this last event stage. I'll probably do it on the defense side. I think I can finish that easily. Okay, center and right. Let's give it a shot. So this is the new, like, tower defense event. They kind of changed it up again. So now you can either do offense or defense. Or rather, you have to do both, but you don't have to, like, finish it. So center would be that one. Does that mean that's gonna open? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's just put this guy here. And this guy here. And it's inbound on the center. Should I just put this thing down? Yeah. I mean, that'll grab both of them, I guess. I'll put this guy in. And put this in. Okay, let's grab this. One more tower, why not? Let's put it on here. It's annoying though. These are all doing electric damage, and these enemies are electric. Held on this ain't doing too hot. They're going the right flank now. There's not much I can do to change it. Fungus versus Ruin Guard. Nuclear bomb versus coughing baby. Oh, true, I forgot I had this. I didn't even change it. I messed that up. Another snare. I don't... Oh, the snare does work on that. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, shoot. Oh, none of these guys can attack flying. Okay, that's fine. We have the tower. Another snare. Guys, I need, like, actual things that can fight. I mean, this tower placement is at least good. Need more stuff to spawn. Oh, true, I have this. Has anything spawned yet? Okay. Sometimes it spawns like in the middle of an enemy, so I don't even get to see. Oh, I probably should put that girl on this side. Fine. Let's use this. How is this snare not activating? Wait, this is a snare, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, 3 stars. That's good. Okay, I guess that event is done. Hopefully. Hey, free basic summon. I can't wait to get a dull sword. Let me cash in these, how did I even get 800 Primo Gems? Ooh, I can get one of these. Dull sword and cutscene is still OP. Yeah. I wonder why they don't give him any better sword. I mean, I guess that is the best non-gacha sword you can probably get. I guess they just have to like play it safe. Okay, so that is everything. We are now up to 510 summons. Looking forward to completely blowing that on Pyro Archon. I'm ready to lose every 50-50. That's gonna be fun. See, the thing is, I feel like getting Pyro Archon to C6 is gonna be very easy. And then, like, I'm probably gonna use summons on the weapon, and I'm just gonna not get it. Because I really feel like the weapon banners need to be fixed. Like, I know before it didn't used to even have a guarantee at all, which was ridiculous. But now every time I summon on it, like, I always lose the 50-50 twice before getting it. I mean, that's what happened with this. So I was trying to get Daya's weapon, Beacon of the Reed Sea, when the Daya banner was out. If you recall, Sino, his banner was at the same time, so the other weapon was this thing, and you'll notice it's at R2. I got this weapon twice. Hey, same with Ganyu's bow. R2, because I was trying to get a different weapon at the time. I think it was Staff of Homa. It just happens every time. But this is what's her name again? Yellen? Yeah, this is Yellen's bow. But it's at least good for multiple characters. Like, it's just a good bow overall. I have Shao and his weapon, but I just never use him. I even have like a full set. His stats are very good. And I just never use him. Too much crit. If only you could double crit. That'd be sick. Child. Tartaglia. Why do they call him Tartaglia here and not Child? Wolf's gravestone is at R3. Yeah. Pansy character showcase. I mean, I never play these characters, but they're all like decently built. Shout out to Ningang, who is like the only Geo character I actually have. But I didn't give her proper artifacts. Yeah, Rosaria. Yeah, Rosaria has Staff of Homa, which is not bad. Ningguang. Ningguang. I probably have to like listen to. Do I still have this in? Did I switch it back to English? I mean, Japanese yet? Yeah. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Beto. First 4-star character I got, and actually got me hooked on the game.
Ningguang, eh?
Ningguang.
As far as Liu Qixing is concerned, she seems to be doing a good job. But for me, my responsibility lies with my ship and my men, and not with Liu Qixing.
I've been calling her Ningang for the last 3 years.
Ningguang, eh?
Ningguang.
As far as...
I hope the English voice actors are saying these names correctly. Ningang, yo. Ningang. Before I switch it back, let me hear it one more time. Oh, he doesn't. I don't have it yet. Friendship level 4. Who would have? I don't think anyone would. Do you think he says his own name? Oh, there we go.
Xingqiu, at your service, my liege.
Xingqiu.
I humbly trust that... Xingqiu, at your service, my
Xingqiu?
liege. Xingqiu, at your service. Xingqiu, at your service.
Xingqiu. When Paimon said it was Xingqiu.
Xingqiu, at your
Xingqiu.
service, my...
Xingqiu. Sword noise cho. So it's more like Xingqiu, right? So why is he saying Xingqiu?
Xingqiu, at your service, my liege.
Why do I bother? You know, I'm just gonna call him Shinkyu. Because I'm just gonna call him Shinkyu. Shinkyu. Because that's what it says, okay? That's how it's written. You know what's funny? Toma and the Staff of Homa really go well together, like visually. Like, look at that. Q in Chinese sounds like ch in English. Huh. But then when they spell it in English, why don't they just write it as CH? I don't know. But like, look at the pattern on his clothes, like matches the pattern on the staff too. Like I almost feel like this was made for him. And like, he scales with HP too, I think. It's wild. It goes together really well. Staff of Toma. Alright, get back on that free to... it's not even free to play, that's Battle Pass. I haven't gone Battle Pass in a long time. Okay, I think that's all for today. Got a little sidetracked at the end there. Yeah. Hu Tao stole it. Yeah, I mean, Hu Tao came out earlier. So, I don't know. But I feel like it's probably good for him too. Except, I doubt you're using him for damage, so it's kind of just a waste. But yeah. Alright, I think we're good. Thank you for joining, Amber Reigns, and earlier there was a Tommy, something. So thank you both for joining. I think I'm gonna end it here. I think I got pretty much everything done. And I do need to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to go. But have a good week. Next week is gonna be Genshin. Again. Probably gonna do the Chiori quest. Yeah. Probably gonna do the Chiori quest. And then after that, the week after, probably gonna play something different. Just for maybe one stream. I just have to find like a game to play for one stream. Maybe I'll try like Tower of Fantasy or something. I don't even know if that game's good, but I can try that. And then the week after, first week of July, that's when Zenless Zone Zero is coming out. So I'm planning to play that on stream. Yeah. I think it's coming out on like Wednesday or Thursday or something, and then I stream on Saturday, which is probably best, because they're probably gonna have like server issues or something at launch, I would imagine. Tons of people like downloading, game's probably gonna like crash. Probably gonna have like glitches, bugs that they're gonna have to fix. So yeah, I'm down for just like starting it on stream. But aside from that, I think we should be good. So that's the coming plan. Hopefully I can record a new video on Monday. It's probably not gonna be like super great. Cause like this video that I have planning, this was supposed to come before this like Genshin leaks skit, but I kinda like canned the idea. But now I kinda wanna do it again. So it's kind of less of an advanced skit. Anyway. I talk too much. I should do stuff more instead of running my mouth. Because I've been saying that I'm going to make a new video for so long. And then like every week, I just delay it. But yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Hope to see you next time. Bye, Pansy. Bye, Paimon. Goodbye, Amber Reigns. Have a good week. And I'll see you next Saturday. Adios.